Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to discuss why India should really legalize recreational cannabis. Let's first start with legality and history of cannabis use. Cannabis in India has been known to be used at least as early as 2000 BCE. In Indian society, common terms for cannabis preparations include charas, ganja, and bhang, with Indian drinks such as bhang lassi and bhang thandai made from bhang being one of the most common legal uses. Bhang is mentioned in several Indian texts dated before 1000 CE. However, there is a philological debate among Sanskrit scholars as to whether this bhang can be identified with modern bhang or cannabis. Cannabis sativa is one of the candidates for the identity of the plant that was used to prepare soma in Vedic period. Soma was an intoxicating ritual drink that has been highly praised in Rig Veda circa 1700 to 1100 BCE. Sushruta Samhita, an ancient Sanskrit text on medicine and surgery, and one of the most important such treatises on this subject to survive from the ancient world, again mentions bhang as a medicinal plant and recommends it for treating catarrh, phlegm, and diarrhea. In 1985, India banned the cultivation of cannabis plant under the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances (NDPS) Act. But this act allows state governments to allow controlled and regulated cultivation of hemp for obtaining its fiber and seed for industrial or horticultural purposes. Under this act, in case of cultivation, a fine of up to 1 lakh rupees and rigorous imprisonment of up to 10 years might be levied. For possession of small quantities, 100 grams of charas and hashish or 1000 grams of ganja, a penalty of 10,000 rupees or a jail term of 6 months to 1 year can be levied. For larger quantities, the court can serve a stern imprisonment for up to 20 years and a fine of 2 lakh rupees. Now, let's shift the gear a little and look at the global scenario. New York was the latest state in USA to legalize the use and sale of recreational cannabis to adults aged 21 or more. Many other states are looking to follow suit, considering how Canada and more recently Mexico have already legalized recreational marijuana. Other countries which have legal cannabis include Netherlands, South Africa, Georgia. Many more countries allow use of cannabis for medical purposes such as Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Denmark, Germany, Israel, Ireland, New Zealand, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, United Kingdom, and many more. Now let's come to the main topic of this video, the benefits of legalization. Number 1. My first point will be taxes. Much of all cannabis trade is illegal and hence unregulated and outside the realms of taxation. Taxation on cannabis sales in Canada brought in 94.8 million US dollars or 663 crores Indian rupees between April 2019 and March 2020. Taking in account India's larger population, implying larger user base, if legalized and taxed similarly, cannabis legalization can bring in more than 1 billion US dollar or 7300 crore Indian rupees worth of tax revenue. Considering India's 9.45 lakh crore rupees of revenue in 2020 to 2021 fiscal year, it might not be a very impressive number, but this is just the tax from the sales. Legalization will also allow India to export cannabis products, create employment, which in turn increase revenue through other streams. My second point will be the stopping of illegal funding. A lot, if not most of the money generated from the illegal cannabis sales funds criminal and terrorist organizations, which in turn harm the Indian public. Although very minimal evidence suggests the link between legalization and reduction of crimes. In USA, Reason Foundation conducted studies which showed no or minimal effect of legalization on major crimes. Medical use. Medical grade cannabis is used in a lot of countries for conditions including but not limited to Alzheimer's, chronic pain relief for cancer, epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, seizures, muscle spasm, Crohn's disease, mental health conditions like PTSD and schizophrenia, It is safer than opioids as a pain medication in post-operative care where overdose can be problematic. It also reduces nausea caused by chemotherapy treatments for cancer. According to the largest and longest study ever to consider the issue, which was published in the Journal of American Medical Association, marijuana does not impair lung function, at least not in the doses inhaled by majority of the users. While tobacco smokers showed the expected drop in lung function over time, the new research found that marijuana smoke had unexpected and apparently positive effects. Low to moderate users actually showed increased lung capacity compared to non-smokers on two tests known as FEV1 and FVC. Recreational marijuana usage also helps stabilize moods, which ease depression. It helps regulate and prevent diabetes due to its impact on insulin and also helps with weight reduction. Now let's talk about the byproducts. Hemp is a plant from cannabis family which can be used for its fiber, which is quite strong and durable. It is used for cordage, for example twine, yarn, rope, cable, string, and for coarse fabrics like burlap and canvas. Hemp fiber can also be used to ink bioplastics which are biodegradable and recyclable. Hemp grows densely, saving space for cultivation. When compared to cotton, hemp gives 3 times the weight of fiber from the same amount of area, along with needing only 2 months to grow compared to 5 to 6 months of growth period for cotton. Cotton also needs 50% more water. Hemp reduces soil pollution and requires little to no pesticide, as well as naturally destroying weed. On the other hand, cotton accounts for up to 16% of global pesticide usage. In India, at least 10,200 farmers committed suicide in 2019, accounting for 7.4% of all suicides. It is attributed mainly to inability to pay back loans, which they took for cultivation. Cannabis farming might be able to alleviate their financial burdens as it doesn't require as many resources as other crops, and the produce is highly valuable. For my last point, I like to say it is a better option for the government to legalize recreational marijuana and tax it like alcohol, rather than spending boatloads of money on trying to stop people from getting their ganja fix, as they are just gonna go the extra mile in order to obtain it. And also, it's simple economics that getting money is better than spending money. Whether you personally use cannabis products or not, I think we can all agree that cannabis legalization would be helpful for the country as it would create economic growth, reduce criminal activity, help farmers as a less resource hungry crop, and hence also be less harmful to the environment. What are your thoughts on the subject? Share in the comment section down below, along with any other topics you want me to cover in a future video. Like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.